Alright, next up we have Jasmine.
Okay, obviously you see I'm not good with technology. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about cultural identity. And I know this sounds so boring, like my teacher made me do a report on this. But it's more interesting than you probably realize. So, did you know that 28% of the United States population is an ethnic minority? But actually, we're diverse in all sorts of other things, like our religions, our backgrounds, just our interests, small personal things that make each of us an individual and unique, special person. This is what we are told, what we grew up with, that we're all unique, and we're all special, and we're all equal. But if this is true, if this is our reality, why do we ever feel different? Why do we feel lonely? Because we are different. I mean, aren't we all special and unique? So that's the same as different, right? Then why does it feel so bad to be different? Martin Luther King Jr., he was an amazing visionary. In the United States, his goals were to end discrimination and segregation. And we've come so far to achieving that goal. But really, has it been completely fulfilled yet? While you brood on this, I'm going to tell you my personal story. In middle school, things started to go a little rocky, like they usually do. And for me, it was because I was having trouble with my cultural identity. With me, part of it was because of stereotypes. And most of the time, they're like a lighthearted joke. I laugh along with them sometimes. Or they're a compliment. Like, Asians are smart, African Americans are super athletic, basketball champions. But most of the time, they're not always as flattering as we'd like them to be. Or they go a little too far. And this is what I thought, and what really got to me in middle school. Because I thought people saw me too much for being Asian. Because I fit the stereotype, unintentionally, but I felt like people saw the Asian too much in me. They only saw my grades, or that I looked smart, or looked a little nerdy. But I felt like because of that, they didn't see inside me, and didn't get to know me as well as they could have because of that stereotype. And even that stereotype wasn't completely true. Because if you're smart, you should be able to spell, right? Guess who can't spell and who still can't? Don't you think it's ridiculous? I can't spell ridiculous. Or that you would keep it a secret, you can't spell secret. So really, maybe I do fit the stereotype, but it's not all who I am. And the great thing about that is that now I realize you can be both. You can be your heritage culture, and you can be part of the American pop culture. You can be both. I mean, it's up to you. You define yourself, not society's stereotypes. And you don't even have to be equal, half and half. You can be more one than the other, because it's your choice. Because you are you. So, while most of the time our culture seems to differentiate us and separate us, but really, they're contributing to part of who you are today. Because your past and your experiences made the present you what you are. And your culture is part of that past. Whether it's your personal past or your ancestors, because it maybe contributed to something that makes you you. Like your religion, your background, your interests, your favorite food. I mean, even the smallest bits of you separate you and make you unique from that person sitting right next to you. So, right now, the minority actually is becoming the majority. In 2050, the minority is going to surpass the white majority. And there's nothing wrong with that. But America, we're the melting pot, right? And we're becoming even more diverse. So we're going to have to adapt. We're all going to have to learn how to embrace our own cultures and accept everyone else's. Then we can all be true to who we are and be able to define ourselves and answer that question, who am I? Or who do I want to become? And if we can stop stereotypes from limiting us, from overshadowing us, then I think we can truly fulfill that dream. And we can all be not judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. Thank you.
Thanks, Jasmine.